Let's Talk About the Music welcomes back Mackenzie Dale. Spider and I will be seeing what the pop star sensation has been up to since the last time she was our musical guest on June 15th, starting 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Let's talk about the music.
Join us on the June 22nd episode of Let's Talk About the Music, when we'll be taking a break from the music and talking with musicians and band managers about the truth and lies behind the scenes of the music industry. It all gets underway at 8 p.m. Wednesday, June 22nd, right here on Let's Talk About the Music.
Okay, hang on a minute, guys. We're still not on the air. I'm trying to get music. Hang on a minute. I'm not prepared. No, Spider and Sean's not back on, so I'll play Jessica Star. I'll be right back.
At the end of the night, she's torn and tattered, but she's won the fight. All her enemies scattered. With her last bit of strength, she spreads her wings to fly. Electric mandarin, sunrise scorches the sky. She's a phoenix with a burning flame, reborn to rise again. A phoenix with her wings outspread, back to life from the dead. She's a phoenix. Before she dies, her mind and body are reeling. To be the last time she flies, she's in deep need of healing. And in her bleakest hour, she reveals her names. And with the surging power, she bursts into flames. She's a phoenix with the burning flame, reborn to rise again. A phoenix with her wings outspread, back to life from the dead. She's a phoenix. Red phoenix of flame, eyes blazing cold. From the ether she came to mirror your soul. It looks like she's gone as the thunder clashes, or the moon clouds are drawn. All that's left are her ashes. And in a gentle breeze, there is movement from within. She rises from the ash for new life to begin. She's a phoenix with the burning flame, reborn to rise again.
Jessica Star, Red Phoenix, a Flame. I'm Shels. He's Spider.
I am.
And Sean came in the chat room and we yelled and get your butt on the air, and now here we are. And we are...
How could I not respond?
I know, right?
How could I not respond, honestly?
And we are talking about being a woman in the music industry. And, I know Spider had a question, but I have one too. So since you are a male musician,
Sure.
In your perspective, do you guys have it easier than the female artists?
I actually don't think so at all. Well, I need to qualify that. As far as dealing with higher ups and execs and all of that stuff, I think maybe we have an advantage. I think that's still, I think that may still be a bit of a boys' club. I don't know. Most of the A&R people, most of the people I've met that are putting together shows in New York, at least, in the last couple of years, have been women. But as far as playing is concerned, I always think that when we're on a bill with a band that has got a woman at the front, that they do get a little more recognition. That they get I don't know exactly what it is. I mean, certainly, and we've played with bands where women have had unbelievable chops, and ones where they haven't. It's the same as anybody else, as any other band. But I think as far as a live setting is concerned, in New York, I think maybe men might be at a slight disadvantage. But it all depends. There's so many things to look at, because there's so many times we play with bands where the guys get up and they just sort of wear what they would normally wear, and like bad fitting jeans and a t-shirt and sneakers, and like not good sneakers, kind of a thing, and get up and really rock out. And the music's all there, but there's sort of no presentation. And I think that the ladies, some of them are my friends too. The ladies get up, they put a little effort in, and they get a bit of a better response.
Well, even that,
we put. I don't want to. I'm dancing around this because I don't want to sound chauvinistic. I'm not at all. I'm really, really not. But it's maybe that extra level of kind of taking care of your appearance that helps. But I think also the female voice in a live setting, especially when it's against maybe 3 or 4 other bands where it's all men, is welcomed. I think that might tend to be an advantage in a live setting. I'm not sure, but
true. I can kind of see where that would really help out. I can kind of see a flip side. I can see both sides to that, where there might be fewer female-fronted bands, so they would get better building because they're more unique. Whereas on the other hand, there are probably some promoters that are still kind of playing the stereotype game, and they might give them better billing because, it's a female and more of the crowd is men, so of course we're going to give them a better spot because more men are going to be able to see it, and they'll just be looking rather than listening. And you don't always want to say that because, it's so hard to look at it from an objective perspective. I tend to be kind of cynical about a lot of things, and so I kind of see, well, maybe this is going on, and I kind of get grumpy about it. And I try not to be because, you don't want to be grumpy all the time. But, it can go both ways. And I would like to think on the more positive note that maybe it is because they're more unique, and that a female voice, since it's not heard as often as a male voice in these areas, that maybe it might be more appreciated. And I would like to think that would be the case more than they're being billed specifically for their looks and not for their talent, which might be considerable. So
yes, absolutely. And also to say that, to add to that, is that it's not that, oh, the girl singer is a novelty act. So, it's not a novelty. It's, she still has to be good.
Mm-hmm.
It would be, it would be bad if we just said, oh, yeah, no, this is way better, only because there's a woman there. You still have to have the chops and get the thing done. We did a gig a couple months ago, and the band that went on after us was a cover band, and they had two singers, but it was mostly a girl, and she was a very beautiful African American. She was really rocked out. She looked great. She had on these high heels they weren't crazy. It wasn't anything nuts, but she was just like, this is what she was wearing to get up there. And she sang rock tunes, that had originally been done by guys exclusively. And she did a great job. And there was a dude in the crowd that I knew that was so angry about this for some reason. And he's older. He's maybe of a different generation, or on the cusp of a generation or whatever. And I couldn't tell if he was reacting to the fact that they were just playing covers and he wasn't happy with it, or the fact that there was this woman fronting this band. I didn't want to know. I don't need to know. All I know is that I think the reaction was poor. And I'd like to think that when she flubbed those few lines and he was angry about it, it was because she flubbed those. She didn't hit those notes and she didn't sing the right words or whatever, and that's what made him upset, and not the fact that it was just that. I just despise that there's a caveat. There has to be a caveat in the first place to say, well, was it this, or was it for this reason, or was it? And it does translate, but not in the same way. So the singer is not attractive, male or female. It seems to me like maybe it matters less if the male singer isn't attractive versus the female, and I think that's messed up.
Yeah, so. And there's stuff like that. It happens kind of like not necessarily super often, but it does happen in pretty big places. Like back in 2005, I went to Ozfest in Pennsylvania when they were still doing the touring before they just settled on the one location. Right. And one of the bands